Hello class, today for my final review topic I am going to review the hydrologic cycle. I'm just going to start off right now with the basic fundamentals behind the hydrologic cycle, which is the unique properties of water. Now this is properties that you'll find in biology, which are that just the way water freezes and the way it flows as a liquid are the main reasons why water flows the way it does in the environment through various forms of condensation, precipitation, and flows through the soils and overflows through runoffs into streams and such. I'm not going to go into in too much detail right now. You just really have to know that water is such a unique liquid that there's really no other, essentially, other liquids or other substances that would be able to replace water and kind of shape rocks in the way it does. Here I've just pasted a couple of cool pictures outlining how water molecules they change form and their arrangement from shape to shape. And this is kind of this picture here in the top right corner just illustrates how water's molecules, and any molecules really, they tend to be more and more spaced apart, and they tend to move faster and faster as you go into a less dense physical state. As you all know, the three physical states of water are solid, liquid, and gas, and because this is like constantly changing within our atmosphere, each process, it has a specific term. Now you may notice here there's not just processes going from solid to liquid or liquid to gas or vice versa. There's also it's completely possible to go from solid to gas or gas to solid, as seen here by sublimation and deposition. That's just when you're experiencing really drastic changes in temperature. So if you wanted to look in the form of here, and you wanted a more practical example, that could take the form of, say, snow formation or hail formation. Say if you live in a really hot and dry area that's super humid, like Oklahoma, Texas, that's where you get those hail sizes that are shaped like yams. Now, just by making this table here, I wanted to illustrate for any of you who are still struggling with this this concept of water switching in between states. I just wanted you guys just to maybe pick up on a pattern here, that maybe certain processes are correlated with different states of energy. So with solid being the lowest form of energy and gas being the highest form of energy, you could, I guess, look at it as some sort of a totem pole or a hierarchy. Yeah, do you notice any common processes that are involved in either adding energy or taking away energy from that specific sample of water? Again, here are just some examples that you'll see within the environment and the atmosphere. I just really like this diagram because it kind of captures all the essential processes that we're going to run into and that were mentioned within the curriculum. You'll notice here there's actually two processes in one physical state that's not included within this diagram. So I just posted a couple of questions here for you guys to look over and kind of think about the topic a little more critically. You'll also notice too that there are a couple of terms here and there that don't necessarily involve processes from this last table and don't highlight a change in state, or they're just an alternative term for that specific change in state. Specifically, transpiration from the vegetation or evaporation. You could say too from any mobile organisms that are identified as heterotrophic. There's also percolation, infiltration, and surface runoff, and saltwater intrusion. And just to end off, I've also posted a couple of questions for fun too, that you guys can think about a little more, that I thought about when I was going over the lab and studying this specific chapter. Just essentially, given that fresh water is only 3% of the world's water sample, if you will, why is so much fresh water in the form of ice particles, especially when all these glaciers and mountains and such, a lot of them, they're formed in and around saltwater areas. And also, could you expect to see any rock formation, whether it be sedimentary or metamorphic, that would be affected by the percolation processes? Here are my sources, if you guys were more interested in them. If not, then you could always post questions on the discussion board in response to this post in this video, in regards to any further questions that you had for me, and I'd be happy to answer that. As for that, good luck, I guess, on the rest of your exams and the rest of the content. I hope you're finding these videos helpful. And again, if you have any questions, just post it on the discussion board, and thank you so much.